Welcome back. Today I want to talk about CDs, and I want to talk about it because I saw a video online of this person saying they were going to leave their job and they knew they needed to have an emergency savings and da 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 da, so they were going to put it into a CD because they'd still get a good return on the money and then would use it whenever they had an emergency and needed to use it. Slight hiccup, that's not how CDs work. So here's the deal. For a long time now, rates have been so low that nobody's had a reason to put their money into a CD. You can put it into the market, you're going to get a better return. It was never attractive. But rates went way up. If you notice, like all the car rates on all the commercials went from like 0% financing to like 5% financing. It's because the Fed raised interest rates. So that means that CDs are now more attractive. Well, staring down the barrel of the Fed talking about lowering rates consistently now, a CD is not a bad option because you can lock in that higher rate and then drift sort of into the lower rate world with earning more interest on your money that goes in. But the key here is to understand that when you go look at the CD rate online, you're going to see the rate that they're going to pay you, but you're also going to see the amount that you need to put in. Usually it's in like some 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is. And the more you put in, the more they'll pay you in interest. And that's because the bank wants more money to be able to use to do their business. So that's what you're allowing them to do. Now, to allow them to do that, what you're guaranteeing them is the next part, which is the term, which is I'm not going to take my money out. So how do you have an emergency savings when you have to pull it in an emergency that you're not allowed to access until after the CD runs out, right? It runs its course. It's basically like if you ever thought about a bond. It's the same concept, just run through a bank, right? Generally for the way that it works for you. So if you're thinking about it and you're like, I've heard about these things and now all of a sudden they're becoming popular again. The reason they're becoming popular is because we're in a high interest rate environment and you can lock in that higher interest rate return. So you're going to get paid more money just for leaving your money there. So what I would advise you to do is if you've just got extra cash sitting around, sitting in a checking account or a regular savings account, earning a lower amount of interest, and it's not something that you're going to need any access to in the next 6, 12 months, whatever it is, a CD becomes a good option right now because they're going to pay you more to put it in there. But do not put money in there that you're going to need quick access to because you're not going to get quick access to it without a bunch of penalties and fees and that kind of stuff. So if you see somebody out there talking about that, check it, understand how the product works before you go lock yourself into it. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you're thinking about, if the Fed is going to lower rates, maybe a CD is a good option. Have a look, think about it. Let me know if you have any questions and have a great day.